hear you, but can't see the
It's
stream.
gone green again. Are we live?
Looks like we're back. Okay. Wait, let me turn on the stream. It keeps loading randomly for me.
Yeah, I don't know. The internet's really bad at the moment. I assume it's just the weather.
Can you use live and
It's so bad you're breaking up.
all the time? Is it
Would you?
okay usually to like play games and stream at the same time?
Yeah. When Laurie works, he's on the same internet as me, and he even watches YouTube, and it's fine. Uh, Playing
Maybe
League
maybe it's
barely
okay
does
now.
much. I don't know. It's constantly up and down. Are we here? Are we here? Are we live? I think we're live.
I think we are just a little choppy or something. Robotic. I do the robot.
Sorry for. Oh, this is gonna be hell to like put on YouTube.
Sorry,
It's gonna be loads of.
humans.
I don't know why that sounded robotic.
We are sorry, humans, for not providing things for you.
Whoa,
Ah!
Sean. Wait,
Oh
what?
wow. Son gifted to Cora.
Why does it then say 5 emotes shared? Sean's gift shared rewards to 5 others in chat.
Okay, everyone's here. Looks fine now.
Thanks, Sean. I don't understand. What does that mean? What's 5 emotes shared? Do 5 other people have like emotes that they can share? They can use the Beboop emote? Thank you so much.
So that
Sean.
everyone could use the people rule. Yeah, thank you. I don't think Ozzy realized that you can have a beepoop with a Christmas hat now. Wait, so we have a beepoop and we have this Christmas hat, and then we do this, and then we share this.
Those? What are they? Are they like weird
Ha!
fancy Steam emotes that... Steam? Why did I say Steam? Twitch. Twitch emotes.
Running out of
Nice.
steam there.
Nathan got a weird 2020 Unity. What? 2020 snacking.
What?
All the new emotes. Cool. I wonder how many stream points that means you've now got. Oh man, I'm not gonna even try opening that. Sorry, I was making it go red again. Okay.
I think Nathan's using during his Slav's emojis from the new game. So what I was gonna say is probably the Amazon has to like shout at him, and the camera has to pan up, and that's how you make the hotspot.
Okay.
But I might have to simplify it because like it would make sense if she either tells him to like throw things at her so she can catch them, but she wouldn't say throw the spear in my face because that's kind of dangerous, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if she points at the cactus and say throw the spear here, isn't that like exactly telling you what to do?
Yeah, Nah, she just like does a come here gesture.
Yeah, but what are the hotspots? Because I would have thought it's her and the cactus or something.
Oh no, don't make her a hotspot. It will just be
Oh,
the cactus. I don't think there's any
oh, I
way of
see what you
getting
mean.
around it being easy.
So we only make the cactus as a hotspot. So the other problem is that I want him to combine his inventory the snake with a spear, the snake skin with a spear, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want him to combine the snake with a snake skin with a spear without having any clue why he's doing that.
Yeah.
So I would like him to try and throw the snake skin on the cactus first, and then see that it doesn't reach it high enough,
Yeah,
and
but
then you just combine.
what happens when you choose the spear on the cactus? That's confusing if he
Nothing.
says you can't do it.
No. You throw the skin by itself, like you're trying to throw a rope, but doesn't have enough of momentum to
Yeah,
like.
I get that. My point is what happens when you try using the spear on the cactus.
He says no.
Yeah, and that's confusing. He's like telling you that that's not what you need to do, which is half true because you are meant to do it, but not by itself, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but like people are not gonna get that much stuck on there because they only have 2 items in their inventory and nothing else to do because he's shouting at them to do something, right? Or
Yeah, I
would you
guess.
suggest if you throw the spear? Like you can't throw the spear without.
You throw it up, it goes into the cactus. The Amazon tuts at you, takes it out of the cactus and drops it back down.
Like no, idiot.
Yep.
Is he going to be like and throw it to you?
Mm-hmm. You can tuss as well, though. Shaking her head.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
Then Tiana do some like really disappointed voice.
Oh, there are loads of different ones for like when you do something wrong, but I don't think we use them all.
It's not a cave. It's like a ledge.
It's like
These
the
are
side
really
of
badly drawn ledges. That math should hopefully make them better. You have something like a cactus that hints that it's interactable. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be highlighted, or the mouse is gonna get turned highlighted.
I don't think there'll be like much else you could possibly click on.
No. So this is a droid, but we can deactivate the option for the droid once it throws the scorpions. Yeah, we definitely are gonna do that. Does it make sense what I said? So that we don't get confused when we're coding it? Oh, we probably should, like, when you switch to the spaceman and he has the spear, that he's the only playable character in the end.
Yeah, you're gonna have to write this all down for me because I am not
Yeah.
gonna remember anything by the time that it comes to program this.
Right.
I need instructions for sure.
Yeah, you're joking, Deluxe Tux, but I actually was designing the other day a puzzle involving berry juice.
I should paint a bullseye on the cactus.
But the only thing is, I don't want to do like a new specialized animation with the Amazon just getting the spear out and throwing it back. I should write this down. Okay, so when the spaceman picks up the spear, Amazon shouts at him. How about this? When the spear goes up, the Amazon walks over to it, camera down, and we see the spear. I see what you mean. I was planning to do exactly that, but to save myself from doing animation spaceman throwing the thing upwards. So maybe you win some, you lose some, I guess. If I have to do her animation, then I'm saved from doing his.
Yeah, I guess either way around, you just choose which one is going to be more effective to show, I guess.
Yeah, like I was thinking maybe he looks up and he gets like he's ready to throw something, and that's like only 2 frames, and then you pan up and then you just see the result. It's like the edge of the rope, whatever, snake skin falling up. So in this phase, I'm just writing down the actions. We're doing some puzzle solving in real time now. When the spaceman picks up the skin, the Amazon shouts. The camera pans up.
In this climb animation, there's no leafy bit that hangs down. Not your one, sorry, the old one.
There's no what?
The leafy bit that hangs down between her legs.
Leafy. Oh, her thing.
Yeah, it just doesn't exist in the old one.
Yeah, it doesn't, because sometimes her hair was a bit not covering her butt, so it was like maybe it should show there. I wasn't sure what to do.
Yeah, no, I think it should show. I think it's correct, but like, it's just I didn't ever realize.
Yeah, some frames it's really long, her hair, so it should be covering it, but some of them is not. And I felt like it was completely empty, this area.
I think I'm not going to do it.
No problem showing. Okay, how about... Is it weird if the camera is up where the Amazon is and you can still access the spaceman's inventory?
I feel like it's a bit weird.
Yeah, but then the camera has to go up, down, up, down, up,
yeah,
down.
Yeah,
no,
but I think it's weird, but I think it should hopefully work.
So you change your mind. Because the Amazon is saying, come on, throw stuff. And you try, if you throw the spears, it throws it down. If you throw the snake skin, it doesn't read. Then you have to open your inventory, combine the spear with a snake skin. But maybe... What if you open your inventory when the camera is looking at her, and then the camera pans down and shows you the action of him combining it, and then the camera pans up again? That might work.
Maybe?
Oh yeah, I remember that, Nathan. Yeah, that's exactly. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. Nathan had like you hovered your mouse over, and it's also funny because you only did that for one scene. There's a bit where like there's a pit with a wrinkle worm, sorry, not sandworm, and then you have to like lower your cursor down so that the camera changes. Yeah, like I would be thinking things like that, but I don't want to find solutions that basically are torturing Sarah for no reason, trying to find things that or things that are not going to be consistent with the rest of the game, hopefully. As in like having an arrow on the side and going up and down or something.
It already sounds like torture with the amount of camera panning, but that's just because I don't know what I'm doing with that yet.
Pans
I
out.
need to learn it, so it's fine.
Well, the only way to do that is play Nathan's game at some point and see what he's talking about.
No, I'm saying oh, you talking to me?
Yes. No, I know you're not gonna do what Nathan did because that's like it's.
No, I'm just saying it already sounds like crazy to me with the amount of camera pans that we've got going.
Yeah, I got that.
That's just because I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to camera movements.
Yeah, we basically have three playable characters in the screen, and one of them is on a different lens. I use the character with no images applied to the idle walk views, then switch to that character so the camera focuses on them. Is that what you did, Sarah, too? If I remember correctly?
I did do that and some other ones, but I don't remember what happened. It was with the parallax or something that I changed to a new parallax plugin thingy module. And it then doesn't follow the characters properly. And I need to play around with that. And I may be able to do like actual camera movements, but yeah, if I can't, I think that's a way to do it for sure. That's what I decided to do in the demo, yeah. Yeah, I definitely use that for like in the demo, like climbing up the tree and stuff like that, I think.
I can do English for you. Okay, let me finish this. So, when the spaceman picks up the skin, the Amazon shouts. The camera opens up. You can only use the spaceman inventory. You can interact with the cactus. So maybe she's pointing at the cactus. She's telling you, look, do things to the cactus. And then it's not exactly obvious what to do with the cactus.
Mm-hmm.
So she's helping us solve the puzzle. You throw the skin on the cactus. Not. Where's my full stop? Not enough. Is the word I want momentum or not? Elevation? Force?
Momentum.
I guess. But isn't momentum like building up?
Yeah, no,
I mean, you throw it, but not high enough. Like it needs more
there's enough weight
acceleration.
to it, but like I don't know what the word is. Just it doesn't matter too much because it's just for me.
Let's just say it's not enough.
Sure. It's not heavy enough.
It doesn't go high enough.
Yeah, sure.
High enough and falls back down. You throw the spear on the cactus. Oh, really? Is it because I'm super smart and that was exactly what you meant, probably, right? I sound so sophisticated and it's genius and not robotic at all. I do not know why. You throw the spear on the cactus, the Amazon sighs and throws it back to you. Let's say yes, all these things. Thanks, Nathan. It's a great compliment. Huh. Yeah, I know, Sarah. People have beep boops. It's it's a resource.
Give me time. Yeah,
we want to have more things like this bug over my head and like random animations like that you can trigger on the screen. That's one idea, or like obviously a beep boop on the screen.
It will cost 13,304 beep boops to do.
We found out what Sarah's doing over the holidays. Outsourcing the beep boop energy for things. Creating a beep boop economy. I'll hydrate.
Oh, thanks.
Has anyone else been playing Cyberpunk? Because I have. I would have thought Nathan would, because he has a PlayStation 5 now.
Did he say he did? Was?
Not sure. I mean, I kind of assume that Nathan gets all the latest games when they come out from the last couple of conversations we had with the PlayStation 5 and all that.
Oh, I wonder what today's Epic Store game is going to be.
Yeah. Did you guys see that there was like a list of like a leaked list of like all the possible all the Epic game free games? And
they're making ridiculous. They have a free game every day until Christmas now, but they were all AAA, and then we were waiting for like yesterday's one. It was like City Skylines from 2015.
Yeah, and then like they announced that it was like obviously not a AAA game every day. Yeah, I've been playing it for 3 days now. I'm really impressed with it. I was playing for like 2 days, and I was like, where the hell is Keanu Reeves? And then, yeah, I had to play a lot of the main story to get to that point.
What's all the talk about of it being rushed?
Well, basically, I don't know if I know that much on it, but they promised to make it for PC, PlayStation 5, and PlayStation 4. And apparently on PlayStation 4, it's like almost unplayable because it's like an older console, so it's not exactly meant to run on it.
Oh, so the problem was with PlayStation 4?
I think it's also for the PC. Like as I'm playing it's not that bad because like sometimes I don't know, like you see a character sitting and they're not sitting on anything, and it's just like instead of walking they're sitting, like random game bugs, shit like that.
It's the kind of stuff you wouldn't really expect with a game you've paid a lot of money for.
Yeah,
so I can
that's why
understand
people are
people being
complaining.
annoyed. Yeah.
And I probably can understand more PlayStation 4 people. And I think it's also Xbox that they had a problem. But PlayStation 4 people also, like, I don't expect that many people to have PlayStation 5 because technically PlayStation 4 is pretty new, right? PlayStation 5 is like super brand new, so you don't expect everyone to have it right away. Came out like less than a month ago or something. But also there were like extra weirdness with the company that made it, who apparently, I didn't know that, but they own GOG. CDI project, yeah. So they said they put an announcement like everyone can be, if they could be patient because we're like fixing all the bugs now, but if you want a refund you can absolutely get one.
But they can't, right?
No, because apparently PlayStation doesn't let people get refunds because it has a different policy. So they said that, but they never consulted Microsoft or Sony.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, Nathan is saying more about that now. Yeah. So and today what happened? The latest news was that Sony actually said, "Oh, we're pulling Cyberpunk out of our store now because we don't have a policy to return stuff. Like we are going to return to whoever bought it, but now we're not going to sell it anymore there." So the latest scoop is like if you go on a PlayStation store, it's not on it. You can only buy hard copies for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, the RPG and the stuff and the world building, like it feels so good. It's also, isn't it weird, Nathan, how like to be in a city with full of people? Because like I got a little bit agoraphobic and I was like, wow, what's this feeling? People everywhere in the streets and me walking in one.
What?
Like the fact that you walk in the game like in a city full of people, it feels like an actual live city, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
And today with the virus, you can't even do that in real life. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I get what you mean.
To walk in a city full of people is like a fantasy right now. That other than the cyberpunky stuff. So Sarah, I don't know. You probably don't know this, but like Keanu Reeves is in the game, but he's also kind of like it's a weird thing where he's, because you're people in this game are half robots or something. They have a lot of augmentations because of the future. And Keanu Reeves is basically inside your mind, like a hologram or something. And he keeps like popping everywhere and no one can see him other than you, but he keeps talking to you. So he randomly pops and just like says snarky comments because he's apparently like kind of a criminal or something. That's why it's 2077, because that's the only time we're going to be allowed to get out of our homes. Yeah, I know, Nevik, like you were pretty vocal about not liking the company. Other than that, though, the game is pretty cool and fun. I'm interested in playing that game at some point. Yeah, I know. I mean, I know all the hype now, and it seems like every week there's a hype for a new game. Like I was hyped for Assassin's Creed, but I haven't played that yet. Want to play Hades at some point? I saw Hideo Kojima in the game the other day, and I was like, wow. I knew he was in it, but it was surprising to just like see him as I was walking around. You combine the skin with the spear. Camera goes back to Spaceman and you Click on the skin. No, I think Neviklink has an issue with CDA project. For being too polished? Not sure why. Oh no. It's too late to have another coffee now. Because not sure if that even works though, because it's hit or miss. Like on Sunday, I had like coffee really late, and then I went to bed like super early. I didn't even have a problem sleeping.
It's not like the more people have coffee, the less effective it is on them as well.
When you said the more people, it sounded like the more people have coffee, the less people have coffee.
You know what I mean, though. The more someone has coffee.
Yeah, more like not the...
Everyone in the world had coffee, it wouldn't work anymore.
When the spaceman picks up the skin, the Amazon shouts at him.
He says, "Oh my
Camera
gosh, what the
pans
hell
up.
do you
You
think
can
you're
only
doing?"
use the spaceman inventory. I'm writing in a little document here so I can have the order of like how it works.
No. He was saying the Amazon shouts at him saying, "Oh, what the hell do you think you're doing?" He wasn't saying, "What the hell do you think you're doing?"
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I'm like saying things, but you can't see my screen where I'm typing, so maybe you're like, what the hell are you doing?
I'm super aware of what you're doing.
There's also
Is that a
I
car?
would call it that. Yeah, I was
Okay.
wondering. Or motorbike.
A bike, yeah.
One of the super old ones. There's a playable cutscene, I guess, where you are playing as the character of Keanu Reeves, and you're like putting a nuclear bomb on like some kind of gigantic tower. Well, like building a tower, skyscraper, whatever. It's also weird how like you have so many missions that like a character who's kind of your let's say a character who dies and you have to, without spoilers, and you have to like call his mom after that if you want to, like talk to her, and you've never actually met her in the game, so that's just like it's one of the side missions. Okay, be right back. Okay. So I wrote about some instructions that at some point I'm gonna send you when it's time for you to code.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have you added in details of when something should no longer be interactable and stuff like that? If there's
I'm
any.
saying where the camera sticks and stuff. No, I only focused on the final part.
Yeah, that's what I'm
With
talking
clear.
about.
Yeah, I didn't write about the droid.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, I only wrote about the spear, but now I didn't write about everything else.
Okay.
Like, I mean that when we discussed earlier how the droid will stop being interactable after it finishes its final task, that's why I didn't write.
Oof. The heck is this? How did I do that?
Oh no. What a knob. I haven't seen your dog, Nathan. We clearly need pictures, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Santa's little helper from The Simpsons. I didn't know that was the dog's name in The Simpsons.
Thursday? I am done.
Seriously?
I might need to draw the leafy skirt thing. I can't remember. I need to zoom in and double check that. But yeah.
How about why are you doing this to me?
Doing what?
'Cause I have to export now. Oh, you should export this so I can use this as a GIF.
You're happy with it?
Yeah, it looks nice.
Let me just
It looks better, right? You're happy with it, right? Compared to what I was doing last week, because it was like so.
Yeah, I am, but I had to move her hands in like some of the
Last
frames to
week.
make sure it was actually on the pterodactyl because it bothered me.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
here,
I mean,
the skirt should
that's
be
on
there.
you, but yeah. But like now, she was too fast before, and she wasn't really touching points as she should. But I think now it works.
Yeah, when her legs were sticking out way too much, it wasn't great.
It also it feels weird because every time the pterodactyl bounces, it feels like your screen is shaking or something.
Yeah.
It?
Ivy, once I finished fixing this up, do you mind if we stop early today?
No, okay.
Do you not want to? You can stay if you want.
I'm okay with stopping early.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna go over what this puzzle is about, since that's all I did today, basically. I did half an animation and I figured out the puzzle problem, which is good, I guess.
Yeah, I need to go and bake my Christmas cake.
The great Sarah Bake Off. Just listing all the animations I have to do, the new ones. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. I like how you gave her a purple background to match the whole stream.
I didn't even think of that.
And my light is slowly purplifying everything.
This isn't the same. So,
So that means I need to add a few more animations into the dock.
yeah.
I went to the supermarket yesterday and they had no spinach. I was really shocked.
Did you get something else instead?
Yeah, I got actually that's what I have for lunch. The bean soup thing with like carrots in it and stuff.
Well, you bought pre-made soup?
Yes.
Okay. No chicken? You can add chicken to it?
Yeah, there was chicken.
Oh, there's chicken in it.
No, there was no chickens on the side.
Oh, you were able to buy chicken. Okay, yeah.
No. I already have
Oh, you
chicken,
had-
which was cooked and it was already in the fridge. I just heated it up.
Okay.
The spinach is a problem. Also, I'm reading some kind of other beans now. Instead of lentils, I put some beans in it that are, my mom gave me, and they're
What do they look like?
they look like really big and reddish.
White? Oh. Kidney beans?
Yeah, they're not kidney though, because they're kind of gigantic.
Don't know. Yeah, I had a super nice lunch. I had couscous with roasted cherry tomatoes and sliced courgettes and garlic, with halloumi, but vegan halloumi, and then lemon squeeze on top.
Ooh, sounds yum. Are you gonna cook everything for your Christmas dinner lunch
Oh.
by yourself?
We're gonna try and get a fake turkey. It's like a cut of fake turkey from Tesco's. And I'm just gonna make gravy, some
You
red
say
cabbage.
fake turkey. Imagine like someone making something that looks like a turkey, but it's not. Like it's like with some feathers on it.
Oh,
and,
like a natural
in a picture, like badly drawn and stuff. It's like, look, a fake turkey.
Yeah, no, I'm just making gravy, red cabbage, and like a chestnut and mushroom mix. I'm not going all out this time.
Yeah, I like gravy a lot. My mom, whenever she cooks turkey, I know it's hard to like cook because it's not hard to cook. It's just like very stale every time. It's very like
dry.
Yeah, very dry.
Yeah,
If you don't put like a lot of things on it, it's not great. So I really appreciate the gravy. Just stepped away to make breakfast. You'll make me hungry all the time. Yeah, exactly. Like this is in reality a food stream disguised as a game development stream.
Yep.
I guess I eat the latest foods most of the time, but I like talking about food.
Yeah.
I'm also like that in Athens. Like every time I talk with someone who's just like maybe is new to the city center or whatever, it's like this place has fantastic burgers. This place has really good noodles, and it's like, wow, you know a lot about shops around here. I'm like, no, it's like I literally know nothing about bars or like you know clubs. I know nothing, but if you talk to me about food, street food, I'm gonna know most places. Because I'm like, I don't know where you can drink, but let's talk about food now. For reals.
I don't know what to do for dinner. I have a leek that needs using. I have loads of vegetables that need using. I kind of went over the top last time we went to the shops. A leek
Oh
and
look,
sweet
Sarah's
potato.
dinner list leaked online.
Leek and sweet potato dal sounds quite yummy. Sounds weird having leek in it, but I might do that. And I have half the vegetables left over from the stir fry I made last night, so I can make another stir fry. I was thinking of having that for lunch tomorrow. What is this? A
I want
super.
this.
It's the Monkey Island poster framed in a super elaborate, like, fancy frame.
Yeah, but it also doesn't have a title on it, which looks great with
Oh
the
yeah,
sky.
yeah, that's true.
I don't know if it's the original or not, though. I found out this really weird French site.
It looks original. Unless someone took the poster and took the title out and like.
Oh, maybe it is original. Because I can see it behind the actual guy who probably drew it.
Creamy leek pasta. Yeah, so yeah. The creamy part I can't do right now because I don't really have oat cream. Unless I just do
I miss
sauce.
restaurants too. Last time I was in a restaurant, must have been 2 months ago, and it was like a seafood restaurant next to the sea.
I was thinking of doing like leek macaroni and cheese, but I don't have the cheese for it.
I'm just nerding out about Monkey Island art here. And sad. Some backgrounds are really cool from Monkey Island 2. It's like the camera pans down and like changes perspective.
I can't open the
Like a
link
cliff
because it's
or
gonna like kill the stream most likely. I think I'm already doing that scrolling Pinterest.
Kill the stream with pictures. It's very interesting to see those drawings not pixelated.
Feel good to stop?
Yes. But first, look, Sarah, what I have for you here.
Thank you very much.
I have the walkthrough to this puzzle that hasn't been designed yet.
No, don't leak it.
Well, you're talking about leaks all the time. I wanted to leak something too. Okay, so should I start? Are you in the mindset to listen to my stuff? Yes? Okay.
Sure. What stuff?
So when the spaceman picks up the skin, the Amazon shouts at him. Like, hello. The camera comes up.
Wait. Your camera's frozen. There we go. Sorry. How long has that been frozen for? I don't know. Okay, go.
When the spaceman picks up the snake skin, like after it unskinned it, whatever.
Yeah.
The Amazon shouts at him. The camera comes up and stays there, okay? You can only use the spaceman inventory. You can interact only with a cactus.
Mm-hmm.
So far, so good.
Mm-hmm.
You have a spear in your inventory and the skin right now. Okay. You use the skin on the cactus. The camera pans down. The spaceman takes it out of his inventory, prepares to throw it. The camera pans up, barely reaches the cactus. Like the skin barely reaches the cactus. Okay? It doesn't go high enough and falls back down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You use the spear on the cactus. The camera pans down, the spaceman takes it out of his inventory, prepares to throw it. The camera pans up, the spear hits the cactus. The Amazon sighs, takes it out, and throws it back to the spearsman.
Spearsman. Spaceman?
Spaceman. Spearman.
Did you write Spearman or did you just say it?
No, I wrote Spaceman.
Okay.
Okay. You combine the skin with a spear. The camera pans down. Animation of the spaceman spearing the snake skin. The camera pans up, like he's getting ready to throw it. The camera pans up. You use the speared snake skin on the. No, wait, sorry. You combine the skin with a spear. The camera pans down. Animation of spearing the snake skin. The camera pans up. You use the speared snake skin on the cactus.
Mm-hmm.
The camera pans down. The spaceman prepares to throw it. The camera pans up. The snake and spear get lodged on the cactus. Then the camera pans down and it stays there. And now you only have to click on the skin to climb it.
Isn't that a little bit too much panning up and down?
I had an idea. I could make a pan up and down animation of like the screen going up and down like really fast. If we can, like in video or whatever. That makes sense. So it goes like whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. If we see that it's really annoying, I can make like a video of it and then it just like plays a file, plays something that just like goes up and down really fast. Unless you can do it to go, unless you can make the camera to go super fast, so we don't have to like do every time to go like, oh.
I have no idea. Yeah, I need to see what's actually you can like this change the speeds. I just don't know what it's gonna look like.
I think if it pans really fast, then we should be awesome.
How much time is it? And do you think it's worth you making a prototype of what it would look like, as in you in like After Effects?
Not much.
Do you want to maybe try that just to see if it would look good, and then I have something to work with to try and get the speed to look like that, and then if it doesn't work, try faking it.
Yeah, but so since I know what's going on, maybe I should do all these animations and then do it for you, right?
Yeah. No? You can.
So you generally agree with what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, do the animations first. It's just as far as the panning up and down. It sounds like too much to me, but if you can do it, fake it, you know, just roughly to see what it would look like. It would be better to do that.
The way I visualize it
try programming.
Yeah, okay.
But do the animations first.
My hand, I think it works. But, okay. Actually, I don't have to I can probably do an animatic for you anyway.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Cool. Okay.
This is it, everyone. Why do we have 9 people? Every time as we're about to go, it's like the most people we ever had.
Yeah.
On that day.
Yeah, we're gonna go because I'm done with my animation classes as well.
This is my work of the day. It's letters.
Letters?
It's words.
Oh, you're writing. That's a puzzle. And I've got to go bake a cake and work out what I'm making for dinner with Leeds.
I have to buy spinach and coffee. My life force.
Makes it sound like you're drinking spinach coffee.
No.
Delicious. Okay then, guys. Thank you all for watching.
Yay.
Thanks for all the new viewers who have come to see us say goodbye.
Oh, have they?
What? No, you said that we have 9 viewers now. No, I'm just saying that it's like more people have come. I don't know what it was before. But we're gonna say goodbye now. So yeah, sorry about that. Yep. Yeah, we will be back. What is today? Is it Friday? Yeah, so we will be back on Monday.
Yeah, Friday. We're gonna be back Monday. I will either almost be finished with this or not, and then there's a completely new area finally with lots of pterodons, whatever they're called.
Not dinosaurs.
It would be fun to do a new area. Yeah, it's weird because we've been doing this for ages, and then I forget that we have more of game to do. It just feels like I'm comfortably in this area for a long time.
It felt like that with chapter 2 as well.
Yeah, it was the same with chapter 2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No probs, Nathan. Pet your dog for us and tell him everything is gonna be fine with the evil doorman.
Okay then.
Yay! Thanks everyone.
You all have a great rest of your day and have an amazing weekend. And we will be back on Monday.
Yay! Bye-bye.
Bye.